Welcome back to Crypto Fitness. I'm Jay. So a lot of people have been asking me for a practical guide to the Snowball ladder video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you would set this up step by step on the Pulse chain when the Pulse chain launches. Obviously, you can do this now, start setting up these snowballs on the Ethereum chain, but it'll cost you gas every time you set one up. Now, as a caveat, if you have not seen the Hex ladder snowball video where I show you how to turn $100 into almost $3 million, then go back and watch this video right now. I'm going to put a card up in the corner. You can click that video or I will post a link down in the description. Make sure you watch that video first, front to back, and I would recommend watching it a few times if you really want to understand the strategy correctly so you understand what I'm talking about in this video. Keep in mind, this video is the testnet. This is Pulse chain testnet. If you want to see how to install the testnet so you can practice some of these maneuvers yourself so you know exactly what to do once Pulse chain comes out, I'll go ahead and link another card here and you can check that out. Also link that down in the description or the first comment so that you can start playing around with some of your own numbers. Okay, so we are here at go.hex.com, and the first thing you want to do is connect your MetaMask. So you come up here, when you get to the site, you'll know it's the testnet because it has this massive yellow water stamp in the back here. So we're going to connect MetaMask. Okay, connect with MetaMask, click next, connect account, connect. Okay, and now you can see that we have been connected. Now, before we can stake, we need to get some Hex in our MetaMask wallet. You can see I've got a very small amount of tPLS, and I've already done this, so I do have a little bit of Hex in this testnet wallet. But we're gonna go ahead and get some more test Pulse, and I'll show you how to get more test Hex as well. So in order to get more Pulse, we need to come to the Faucet. Okay, I'm gonna link this down in the description below, the Faucet. It'll ask you to connect your MetaMask wallet as soon as you get to the website. We'll hit next, we'll hit connect. All right, and now we have connected, and now we hit request, and now we have more Pulse. You can do this every 24 hours. So as soon as we see that show up, we'll see another tPLS come into my wallet. You can see there it is, boom. It literally takes a couple seconds for these transactions to go through. They're very, very fast. So I already have 1.6 tPLS. Now that we have tPLS, now we need to swap some of that for more Hex. So how do we do that? So we come here to the testnet. This is Uniswap testnet for Pulse chain. This is different than Uniswap. If you come to Uniswap, it won't work. You need to come to the Uniswap V2 testnet. I'll link this down in the description below. You'll hit connect wallet, you'll hit MetaMask, you'll hit next, connect, and you can see we are now connected to the Uniswap V2 testnet for Pulse chain. So now it's just literally like a normal swap. We're gonna come here and select tPLS. It should be the first one here. So let's do, I don't know, let's swap 0.6 PLS and we'll swap this for Hex. Now these numbers don't mean anything. $1,266 USD. We don't know if that's really gonna be the price of Hex. These are just imaginary numbers, so ignore the dollar amount here. But we can see that this would be roughly 0.6 PLS would be approximately 669 Hex on the Pulse chain testnet. So we'll hit swap here, confirm swap. Okay, it's going to open up MetaMask. It's going to ask us to confirm this. Okay, we'll come down here and verify everything. Estimated gas fee 0.000433 tPLS. That's insane. Total. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click confirm. Now watch how fast this is. Okay, boom. 1, 2, 3, literally 3 or 4 seconds. And the transactions have confirmed. And now if I go back in my MetaMask wallet, boom, there is my Hex, 688 Hex. Literally like that. Transactions are light speed fast. Okay, so now that we have our Hex, now we can come over here to the go.hex.com web app, and now we can create some stakes. And you can see that I've already created a staking ladder here. I did this a few days ago just to play around with it. I took the exact example that I used in the Hex ladder snowball video, and I applied it to this. So you can see 37 Hex per stake, and I've got 15 stakes here, 1 per year. And it goes from 15 years down to 14 years, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let me show you this in real time. So I have 688 Hex. So if I want to take 688 Hex, now we need to get the calculator out. 688, we're going to divide that number by 15. Okay, assuming you have 688 Hex to play with every single month. This is just the disposable amount of income. This can change depending on your specific situation. So if you got $100 of disposable income, you can throw that in these ladders. If you have $500 of disposable income, you can throw them in these ladders. If you have $1,000, $10,000. The amount doesn't matter. The strategy is what matters. So if I have 688 Hex, okay, I'm going to divide that by 15 equal parts because we're going to do 1 stake per year. That gives me 45.8 Hex per per stake. And if you want to front load this, I've got the chart. You can go through the chart and front load this or back load this depending on what you want. I'm just going to do it even across the board just for simplicity's sake. So I'm going to do 45 hex per stake. Now that I know the number that I need to create each amount, now I'm going to come up here to stake and I'm going to click 45 hex and stake length in days. Now I found that the best way to do this is to start from 5555 and work your way backwards. And the reason why is because 5,555 days is a little bit longer than 15 years. It's like 15 years and 2 months. So if you start from the first year, 365 days from the day you're doing it, you'll get up to like close to 5,555 days, but you actually won't have a 5,555 day stake because of that little gap there. So if you start from 5,555 first, it makes it for a little bit easier math and a little bit more simplistic. The first stake is going to be 5,555 days. Now I'm going to hit stake. It's going to open up my MetaMask. Okay, and now check out how low these gas fees are, you guys. Look at this, 0.00095 tPLS. That is the fee. That is so cheap. I can't even tell you. Now watch how fast this is. I'm going to click confirm because that looks good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seconds. 12 seconds and it's done. Okay, and usually it's faster than that. That's a kind of a slow one. Now you can see the stake right here. Okay, so I stake 45 hex right here. This is pending, so there is a little bit of a gap. So it takes 1 day for these stakes to actually kick in. So you're not going to see any numbers here on the stakes you just create because there's a 1 day gap there. You can see that's going to end on May 16th, 2037 at 5 p.m. So now all we need to do is get the calculator out. Now that we know the number and we're going to do just a flat rate across the board, we're not front loading or back loading, we're just doing a flat rate. Now I can just take 5,555 days and we can subtract 365 days. The next stake would be 45 hex for 5,190 days. So now we go 45 hex for 5,190 days. We're going to hit stake. We're going to click confirm. Okay, and a few seconds, it should stake it for us. Okay, done. Boom, 22 transactions, done. Okay, now we do it again. 5,190 minus 365 gives us 4825. That is the next one. 4825. Stake. Okay, confirm. Boom. Okay, now we do it again. 4825 minus 365 equals 4460. 4460. Stake. Okay, confirm. Boom, done. Okay, next. 4460 minus 365, 4095. Stake. Excuse me. Confirm. Boom, done. Bam. Okay, literally the same thing over and over again. Minus 365 equals 3730. 3730. Stake. Confirm. Done. Bam. Okay, next. Minus 365, 3365. Stake. Confirm. Boom, done. Minus 365. 3,000, stake, confirm. Okay, transaction done. 3,000 minus 365, 2635, stake, confirm. Boom, minus 365, 2270, stake, confirm. Minus 365, 1905, stake, confirm. Minus 365, 1540, stake, confirm. Minus 365, 1175, confirm. Minus 365, 810, or 45 is the last one. Confirm. Boom. There it is right there. Now we've got a ladder, a whole nother ladder right here. So that is how you set it up. It's very arduous. It's a repetitive process, but this is the strategy here. It's literally that simple. And you would do this, you would repeat this process every single month. That literally took less than 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes. It probably took 10 minutes of my life, 10 minutes of my time to set these up the correct way. I hope you enjoyed this. And real quick, I'm going to show you what an emergency end stake looks like. Again, this is the Pulse chain Testnet. So these are just imaginary numbers. They're plain numbers, so this really doesn't even matter if I emergency unstake this. However, caveat, disclaimer, you do not want to emergency end stake for any reason. There's no reason to emergency end stake at all. So I'm just showing you the process of what it would look like if you did do it. I myself have never done it before, so let's go ahead and give this a whirl. So we're going to hit end stake, confirm end stake. Are you sure you want to emergency end stake? Remember that you made a commitment to stay staked. This is an advanced feature for advanced users. You should not run this unless you fully understand what it will do. Okay, let me just make sure that this is the sample only. So end stake. link. Looks like you're going to open up your MetaMask, and it's going to cost 0.00009 tPLS, I guess, in gas. So let's go ahead and click confirm and see what happens. Okay. All right. That was simple enough, I guess. Yeah, let's see if it came back into my wallet. Yep, there it is right there, 47 hex. It shows you the details of your stakes here. So you can come down and see here what happened to it. And that is how it's done. That is a Snowball ladder in action, the practical version, to show you exactly how to set this up once the Pulse chain comes out. So if you did make it to the end of this video, go ahead and comment down below, Savage. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments below or at thecryptofitness@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Twitter at @apureescobar or Instagram as well. All right, that's it for me. I'm out. Stay savage.